Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we could discuss The Reconciler. So, this movie is often referred to as the Christian version of Saw, and I kind of get that, but the premise is that you have two guys who wake up in a warehouse. They don't know each other, they don't know how they got there. They are discussing things. They find out that one of them is a reporter, one of them is a graphic designer. The reporter's been following this person doing a story on a person called the Reconciler, a person who's kidnapping people and putting them in elaborate traps and forcing them to reconcile. So they managed to find a key, and then they find the trunk, and I kept hoping it was a mimic trunk like in Dark Souls, but anyway. They open the trunk, and the graphic designer's twin brother is inside. So then you're like, hey, wait a minute, these two people need to reconcile. But then we learn about other stories, like there's a father and a son trapped on a mountainside. There's a pair of police officers that are locked in a police car. There's a reporter doing a story with Rowdy Roddy Piper. This is actual things that are in the movie. So there's a lot of stories that come together, and but the main focus is on the dudes that are locked in the warehouse. So, first of all, this is maybe I understand the comparisons to Saw, but clearly, like this is you're not going to get anything remotely like Saw here. So don't come in hoping for that. It's just that one little bit of the premise where they wake up in a place, and don't know how they got there, and they have to solve a couple puzzles, but there are literally no puzzles. They just find a key, and then their faith. But this movie, absolute spectacle, absolute train wreck. Acting terrible, writing terrible. Everything here is bad. The keeping timelines straight is difficult. It's just everything here is so over the top bad that it goes from like a bad movie into that so good it's bad. Then it loops all the way back to bad, back to so good it's bad again. And it's just, this is a really bizarre movie to me. I can't even properly like put it into words, but it's hilarious. It's depressing. I can't believe that like this is something that like the Dove Foundation and churches push. Like there's so many like well-made, enjoyable, family-friendly, Christian-based films out there. This is just garbage. I can appreciate it on a bad movie level, but even then it's not real. It's just kind of like you watch it once just for like to see the train wreck, and it's not one that's going to have like cult classic appeal in my opinion, just because it's not that entertaining. It's just when you watch it for the first time, it's like, wow, this is aggressively, I don't know whether they meant it to be serious or not. Everything I've read said this was supposed to be a completely serious movie about faith. I don't know how people looked at it and saw it that way. To me, it's almost like a parody of Christian movies, but everything I'm finding says that it was supposed to be like legitimate. So I don't know. From an entertainment standpoint, I thought it was so bad that it was entertaining. There were some like quotable moments. I like awkward dialogue and awkward performances, but was there like enough of it to justify how boring a lot of this was? Or if you like movies that are so bad they're good, this is one you're probably going to want to see just to mark it off your checklist. But is it one that like I would invite friends over and watch like I would, I'm not going to do like I would with Jim Cotta or something. But, but I definitely recommend it if you like, unintentionally bad movies, check it out. But otherwise, you're probably safe to miss this one. That's my review. That's my review of The Reconciler. If you want to check out more, go to markfusion.com or right here on my YouTube page to my movie review playlist. Until then, thank you for watching this one, and hopefully I'll see you soon.